Hey, my name is Dillon. I'm a real estate broker and the owner of Abundance Real Estate. I'm going to talk to you about what you get if you choose to proceed with a complimentary consultation about selling your home. And I'm also going to talk about the pros and cons between taking a cash offer from an investor versus listing your home on the open market with Abundance Real Estate. At one point, you requested a home valuation. We're here to provide that to you. So complimentary, we're just going to provide you an estimated home value based on the market and the comparable sales in your neighborhood. This will not be an exact number because of course we haven't seen your home in person yet. It helps us if you can provide some upgrades or tell us about any changes you've made to the home through the years you've owned it. But ultimately, once we see your home in person, that's when we'll be able to give you an exact number. And if you choose to set up an in-person consultation with me, then when we arrive, you'll get two numbers from us. The first number is what you can sell your home for on the open market with me as your fiduciary real estate agent, real estate broker. The other number is going to be a cash offer from an investor. What we do is we gather at least two, but almost always three cash offers from three different investors. We present all three offers to you, and then it's up to you to decide. Usually cash offers are straightforward, so typically you just pick the highest number. So I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of your two options. Option one being listing on the market with a real estate agent. Option two being selling your home to an investor, a cash buyer. And I'm going to talk about four key categories. Number one is access. Number two is choice. Number three is risk. And number four is price. Starting with access. When you list your home with a traditional real estate agent, you're going to have to clean up your home, turn the lights on, light the candles, and then step out of the home to accommodate showings. Now, we have really dialed in a science to make this much more convenient, or I should say less inconvenient, by clustering showings together so that you don't have to step out multiple times in the same day. But ultimately, you are going to be more inconvenienced in regards to access compared to cash offers. In regards to a cash offer, at most, the investor will step in your home 2 times, but typically it's just 1 time to see the home in person, confirm condition, and then remove all contingencies. Now moving on to the second point, which is choice. When you sell your home in California to a traditional buyer, the contract obligates you to that buyer. You do not have cancellation rights, and oftentimes the buyer is selling another home or has timeline obligations that need to be met. So they might write a 30-day escrow. They can't close in 5 days, or they can't wait 45 days. There may be less flexibility. With a cash buyer investor, since they're not going to be living in the home, you get to typically choose your closing date. Now, the third topic is risk. Every buyer submits an offer with contingencies, whether it be a traditional buyer like a family moving into your home, or whether it be the cash offer. The difference is the time it takes for the buyer to remove those contingencies. Typically, traditional buyers, when you list your home on the open market, are going to have about 17 days of contingencies, meaning if it's a 30-day escrow, the buyer has 17 days to do a home inspection, do a roof inspection, get an appraisal, get their loan approved, and if any one of those things is not satisfactory, then the buyer cancels the escrow and they receive their deposit back. You do not get to keep the deposit in about 99% of cases. Now on the cash offer side, the cash investor still has a contingency, but it's typically a 1-day contingency, which is just to allow the investor to see your home in person before removing that contingency. And after the investor removes that contingency, they can still cancel, but you would be receiving their deposit when they cancel. And then you get to keep that deposit and sell your home to somebody else. And the fourth topic, which is typically the most important, is price. When you list on the open market with Abundance Real Estate or most real estate companies that are good at what they do, you can feel confident that you're going to sell your home for as much as possible. Now on the cash offer side, the cash investor is running a business and they need to make a profit. Otherwise it doesn't make sense for them. So they will only offer you about 80 to 90% of your home value. Now the most important decision for you as a homeowner is to decide, is the discounted price worth the added convenience? About 95% of homeowners end up choosing the open market route so that they can maximize their profit and deal with some of the inconveniences, which are minimized when you're working with a well-oiled brokerage like Abundance Real Estate. But there are the people that don't want to accommodate showings or inspections or leave anything up to chance or cancellation. And those are the people that choose the cash offer. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just what makes sense for you. And if you choose to proceed with a consultation, you know that from Abundance Real Estate, you will get two numbers and then you get to make the decision that's best for you and your family. Thank you so much for watching, and reach out to me if you have any questions.